What's up people? Welcome back to episode 2 of the Minecraft Survival Let's Play series. And I was thinking to start off this episode, we should probably hop down into the mines because last episode we got this pretty nice house built up and kind of this little water runoff with some leaves coming down the sides, but we still have yet to get really any iron or a good supply of it. We do have those 3 diamonds that I was going to go grab from our little chest over here and make this guy into a diamond pickaxe. I really didn't want to this early on into the series, but I mean, why not? There's like no bad reason to do it. At least we'll have a pickaxe that'll last a super long time. So let's actually make a crafting table and turn this guy into a pickaxe. And there's a pretty good sized mine right down there that we're gonna hop into. Let's get those guys, and this is all the iron we have to our name, by the way. 1 single iron ingot. So we're gonna turn that into a shovel because we still have yet to have one, and we'll just kind of go like this. We're gonna throw that. I hear something walking around. What was that? All right, let's throw this into our offhand. Perfect. Okay, now we're just gonna jump down into this mine, try to get about 2 to 3 stacks of iron, I would say, and a few stacks of coal along with that. And we got some coal right off in the entrance right here. So I'm gonna collect this guy up. So this mine is pretty chaotic. There's tons and tons of different areas kind of going off in different directions. So that guy is gonna jump down there. Can we make this? Yes, we can. So we just wanna kind of go through all these little branches and collect up as much iron as we can and get it all lit up. So I think I'm gonna light up all these caves and then come back around and collect up all the goodies that it has to offer. And anything that's left dark is somewhere we are not going to explore, so we'll leave this one like that for now, and we'll come back for that cave because we already have a decent amount we need to collect up, and there was some iron right here. So I'm going to collect all this stuff up real quick and I'll bring you guys back. So we're up to just about over a stack of iron here. We got a stack and 9, and we have just about 2 stacks of coal, which I think is plenty. And I did see this mine shaft, but honestly, I don't think we're ready to hop into this guy because I only have these golden leggings from a abandoned portal. So I think we'll come back for that guy. And I do see some iron actually up in the ceiling now that I'm looking at it. So we're going to steal these guys. And I think I'm going to head back up to surface and start collecting up a few blocks for a project I have today. So I got all our goodies smelting up here. We got almost 2 stacks of iron because I was kind of going around collecting up some cobblestone and andesite, and I found a few bits of iron throughout, but it is currently raining. But I did want to show you guys, we now have our first set of iron armor. Look at us, all shiny and good looking. And if you notice in the hotbar, we also have our iron axe, iron shovel, and iron sword, and our fabulous diamond pickaxe that we got in the first, like, what was it, like, what day are we on right now? We are on day 20. So by day 20, we have a diamond pickaxe. Yeah. So I got some of our blocks put together here, mainly just the wood, because I want to build a bridge coming across the water here and then kind of have it wrap around almost like a dock, and it's going to come up through this little area right here. So I think we're going to go about this by using spruce slabs and dark oak. Dark oak as the kind of like pillars holding it up, and then spruce slabs as almost like the like decking, I guess you could call it. And the way I'm thinking about doing this is we kind of have it start maybe right here, and then like halfway through it's going to turn and then go along the side and then kind of go up into there. Kind of hard to explain, but you guys will see what I mean. I'll get started with it and bring you guys back once I kind of have like a rough outline of what it's going to look like. So this is a good rough idea of what this is going to look like. I just used dirt right here kind of to get a good outline of how it's going to be. And then we're just going to take ourselves some spruce slabs, and I'm thinking we're going to kind of go along this side, maybe right here. And we want it to go up as we're doing this. So this might be a little tough to do, but we want it to maybe go like that, and then we'll have this one, we'll get rid of this and put that right there. Yeah, I think that will work. And then if we come out a little bit more, we can go something along those lines, and then we want it to drop back down again, and we're gonna have to do this like that is what I'm thinking. Yeah, that works. And we're just gonna kind of carry this on. The only spot that's gonna need a little bit of work is gonna be the corners right here to make sure they're not too skinny when we walk up them. But that should be fine is what I'm thinking, because if we do something maybe like that, yeah, and then we put a, you know what? I was thinking about using some of the stripped dark oak, but now I'm thinking about using maybe some normal oak. So yeah, we'll just drop down like this, bring this guy all the way up like that, and then we'll do one right here, and this is gonna go right down the center, so it's gonna be in the deepest spot. So we want to come up like that, and it just kind of carry that look throughout this. I don't love how that's not like fully out. Maybe we can do something along these lines, go like that, and then something maybe like that. Yeah, that doesn't look terrible. And we just want to carry this throughout, like I was saying. So we want it to go down like that, and then that should be pretty good right there. And then we're just going to kind of do little areas like this, kind of shooting across. So we'll do one right there. Yeah, that's plenty gap. And then we can do maybe one right there. And we'll kind of have this carry up as it's going, so then we can get up into that area. So then we want it to kind of wrap around right there, I would say. And then the last one will go kind of into that wall right there, but we'll deal with that later. So this is what it looks like from back here, and I would say it needs a little work around the edges and just kind of clean it up and maybe give it a little bit more detail, because it does look a little bland just having the kind of like oak and then having the spruce, because they do blend a little bit. So I'm thinking we can maybe throw some fence posts on top of these guys, or even chains, and then do lanterns on them. And maybe we can throw some banners on it and kind of do like, I don't know, maybe like a blue and green banner pattern or something along those lines. But first we're going to need to get a farm set up so we can actually harvest some wool. And after a decent amount of time, we are left with something that looks a little bit like this. I think this turned out very nice. There's just only, or I think I need to do something just kind of under this, but I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do there. I just kind of finished up this guy, but we have the bridge that curves just a little bit. And then once it gets over here, we have it just kind of zigzag its way up here, and we still need to connect up the top, but I think this looks really, really cool. Probably my favorite part about it though is actually the leaves right there, and then we have some stone and cobblestone and andesite back there, kind of just make it look like a, I guess, receding wall would be what it's called. I want to say that's what it's called. And then we just got some colorful banners, tons of lanterns to light this place up. And with the sun falling, I think we should actually take a look at this at nighttime to see what the lighting kind of looks like. And one thing, let's make sure our lighting is on maximum. Yep, smooth lighting, maximum. And I think this is really starting to turn out good. And also, while I've been doing this, the wheat farm's been growing, so we should be able to harvest that and get a ton more wheat growing, which will be very nice. And then one last thing I do want to get, but I currently don't have, is I want to get some bone meal, because I really think it would look good if we bone mealed kind of all along these edges here. I think it would just add a lot of, not necessarily color because it is already green, but just more depth to the mountainside, I would say, and maybe add a few like natural rock looking things using like stone and buttons and pressure plates. I think that might look nice, but if we stand back here, this does look pretty good when it's lit up at night. I think it would actually be pretty cool if we wrapped it around that side too, but that's gonna wait because I do want to get started on this windmill. So I actually scratched the windmill off the list for today's episode just because I don't necessarily have enough blocks for that, and the main reason is actually wool. So instead, since we're going to need the wool anyways, we're going to get ourselves set up with a few animal pens, and we're going to go with a pretty cool design. I'm sure you guys may have seen it somewhere. Actually, I don't know if this is really a well-used like design of color. So use acacia, you want it to have that gray tone right there, and then you kind of mix in bricks and granite with it, and it can come out looking super nice. So right now I'm just grinding out some acacia trees. I need to get a few more saplings, and then I'm going to set up a little acacia farm right down there, but I already have a ton of clay smelting up, which is pretty nice. So we're gonna have 2 stacks of bricks, and then the last thing I'm gonna need is granite. So I gotta actually hop down to the mines too and go get some granite. If you didn't know, today's episode actually involves a lot of labor of just collecting up blocks and stuff. And then right over here, I don't think I've showed you guys this yet, I started to expand the wheat farm right here, and my goal is actually to have it come all the way out to this outer edge, and then we'll terraform this kind of spot right there to make it look nicer. But I think it's looking pretty cool. Added some leaves on the outside and then put slabs right here because I kept jumping off that block and then landing directly on the wheat, and it would kill it, kind of like what I just did, but instead I would land on one of the wheat and the wheat would be no more. But I'm going to collect up all these blocks, and I'll bring you guys back once I got enough blocks to get this started. So I got a decent amount of these acacia saplings planted down now, and we're up to 35 acacia logs, which is not enough, but if we let these guys grow for a little bit, we can come back and harvest them, and we should be able to get over a stack from just those guys. Or at least with the 35 we have, it should add up to over a stack, which I would say is going to be enough. But I started doing some work over here where one of the animal pens is going to go, and we're going to build a miniature little cliffside here. And I thought while those guys grow up, we can get started on this little cliffside, and maybe we can come back and those will all be grown. So I got a few more pieces of stone smelting, and that should be good right there. And all we're gonna do is, like I said, just a tiny little cliffside, and then the plan is to have the front wall kind of wrap around this way, and then it'll come back and connect up here. So we don't want the cliff to come out too far, but we're gonna get started by making, let's turn 15 of these guys into stone stairs, and we're gonna go pretty simple on this. We just wanna do something a little bit along these lines, maybe put that there and come out like that, and then maybe put one right there and kind of do the same thing all throughout this place. We'll go up one extra right there, and we can do that or like that. So something like that is what we're going to be looking for. And then we're going to come in, and I probably should place these mossy cobblin as we're placing the stone in, so I don't waste too much stone. But we're just going to get those guys placed in and give it a little bit of difference in color. We maybe want to do something like this, I would say, come across, and then up here we can do, see that lines up. So maybe we do that, and then just kind of build this. We can do that right there and build it like that. Yeah, I think that's looking good. So I'm gonna kind of carry this all the way down to the end over there, and then we're gonna come back around and clean it all up. So I got this little cliffside all finished up. I actually have a few more pieces of stone cooking up so we can fill in kind of little gaps. I think there's one over here. You know what? I may have cleared them all up, but I do want to kind of have more of a subtle decline off of the cliff. I don't want it just to be the straight line. So I got another stack of stone cooking up, and then I also extended this grass right here a little bit further, or dirt, whichever one you want to call it. I extended it a little further out. So what we might do is turn this one into 2 different animal pens, maybe have sheep and pigs. And then we're going to do kind of the same cliff design along the front side here. And I know that's a little perfect right there for terraforming. I'll kind of clean that one up or mess it up, whichever way it would be said. We're going to do another cliff, and then we're going to have the cow pen, I think, down here. And then later, I don't know if we're going to have enough time this episode, we might do a barn kind of right over in that direction right there. I think would be pretty nice, because we do have a saddle, and we don't have a horse yet, but we do have saddles, and there's kind of horses all over the plains over here. So I think I'm going to get these acacia trees harvested up. I might actually wait a little bit longer for all of them to grow, and then I'll get them harvested, and I will bring you guys back when I'm ready to start the animal pens. So I got all the acacia collected, and I think we got all the blocks we're going to need. We might need a little bit more than this, and it's probably going to be a bricks, but I'm going to try not using too much brick. This design uses a good amount of it, but I'm going to try not using too much of it. I'm going to go with a little more granite, and I think I'm going to polish all this granite because it goes a little bit better with the brick. But I was thinking, you know what? We haven't done a time lapse this episode, and I'm really enjoying those time lapses, and I hope you guys are too. So let's throw this into time lapse mode. So for the most part, I have this all finished up, and I actually extended out the wheat farm a good amount, and it's starting to look pretty cool having all this greenery right here. Obviously, it's going to turn kind of that ugly beige once it's fully grown, so we just want to keep harvesting it to kind of keep that pretty green that kind of glows up this whole area. But I think the animal pens turned out pretty good looking. I like them a lot. they were kind of tough to do at first because once I thought about it, normally this is how you do it. You do a 3-block gap, but there's some spots where you just kind of can't do that. Like over on the chicken coop over here, I just kind of cut it like this, and then same with the edge over there. So just had to deal with it, but I think this turned out pretty good. And once we get a few more supplies, mainly bone meal, I want to get this place looking a little bit better with getting some more tall flowers in here, maybe a few custom trees. I think that might look nice. But moving on, I think it's time that we actually go grab ourselves some cows and sheep and chickens. We can't get pigs currently. I mean, we can get this guy. I just prefer not to have the pigs in this one. Let's see if we can actually get out of here. Some hardcore parkour. Let's get that guy leaded up. Don't die, please. Perfect. And we're just going to lead them over to one of the smaller pens because pigs aren't something I use a whole lot. So we can just put them in the smallest one. I'll probably use chickens more than I will even use pigs, just because chickens drop feathers, and those feathers are really good for arrows and kind of other things too. So I'm going to keep an eye out for any more pigs. And it's kind of funny. I thought that was a pig right there, but really it's just the wall. Okay, we got another pig over here. We just need the 2 for now, just because we can't really breed them yet. We don't have any carrots or potatoes, and that's why I'm mainly using leads on them. I mean, I'm going to use leads on everything, I think, but I do not have carrots or potatoes, so we can't do anything with these guys besides just hold them until we get those carrots or potatoes. Now, I do want to keep an eye out for some sheep, because sheep are the main reason. I think I see one right up there. Yeah, sheep are kind of the main reason we built this episode, because for the windmill, I'm going to need a lot of wool, like tons of wool. So it's good to get these started, and then next episode we will definitely build that windmill, and we're going to do a little bit of exploring next episode too, because I feel like these last 2 episodes, or the first 2, have really been focused on kind of building, which is very important, don't get me wrong, but I do want to get some exploring done. I want to kind of maybe go get some advancements if we can, kind of check those out, because like I said, I do want to try getting all the advancements before 1.17 comes out, but that might be a little late now because 1.17 comes out in like a month or 2, I would say, is what I think, because it comes out over summer. It's currently April, so yeah, I honestly do not know if we're going to be able to get those done, but I'm going to try. I know there's a black sheep right there. You know, we'll just take them anyways, but I do want to get another white one, so we constantly just get the white sheep because I want to be able to dye them. So we got pigs and sheep, but now we need to get cows and chickens, and I haven't seen any cows lately. Luckily, we have this bridge because I don't know if you guys know, but cows are one of the slowest swimming animals or mobs in the game. It is so irritating trying to get cows across a water mass. It takes literally forever, but I'm gonna keep an eye out for some cows, hopefully some chickens too we can find. I see some pigs over there. I see a chicken. Please be 2 chickens. Please be 2 chickens. Nope, just 1 chicken. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can find another chicken. I think there's one right over there, or is that? No, it's not. That is a wolf, and it'd be nice to have wolves too, but I do not have anything to breed those guys with, or not breed, but tame them, because I don't have any bones. So I got the chickens in the chicken coop, and I still have yet to find any cows, so that might need to wait either until in between episodes or until the next episode. Hopefully some spawn in and we can get some cows in there. Let's actually breed up these sheep. How did a pig get in there? Okay, that's kind of random. Okay, we're gonna go this way because I attracted him. Sorry, piggy. Sorry, did not mean to. You're not supposed to be in here, so sorry, guy. Okay, we can get those guys breeded up, and now he'll have someone to breed with, and we should be able to just get out normally by going like that. And we can't breed up the pigs, like I said. We could breed the chicken, but I do not have any seeds on me, and I was thinking kind of a final little project to end off the episode and get us prepared for the next one is maybe we should get a little bridge going across right here, because I think that would just be a good idea to have it done so we can get over to that side. But one thing I'm gonna need is some slabs. So I'm thinking we're gonna go about this by just having a bridge that kind of arcs up and then comes back down over there. So maybe we want to use some oak logs for the beginning here, and we'll do it kind of, I'm guessing, right here. No, let's actually go 1 more block over, and we'll just have it be a 2x2, yeah, or a 2 wide. So we can go like that, and then we can just kind of bring it along, and then maybe, what side of the stairs are we on? So if I go like this and place that there, yeah, perfect. Okay, that's exactly how we want it. So then I can place that one, and we can break these guys. Perfect. And It's going to do something like that. And then we just want it to arch up a little bit more. And we might just do this 5 wide is what I'm thinking. Yeah, that might work if we do 5 wide, 2, and then 5. Actually, no, we might need to come out 3 before we have it come up. Let's take a look from down below. Yeah, I think we're gonna actually want it to curve a little bit more, and we don't want it to be as skinny. Yeah, okay, so I gotta break these guys down, and I'm gonna get a rough idea of what I want it to look like, and I'll bring you guys back. So I think I got it looking how I kind of imagined it. I do want a little more arc to it, so we're gonna wanna bring it maybe in one like that. Yeah, that looks good. So then go like that, and I think that's a pretty good arch right there. Liking that one, and then we just want to come over to the other side and get these guys placed in, so just like that, and that should do it actually. And then maybe we do some trap doors along the edges. Yeah, that might work if we do some trap doors on the edges to kind of give it a little bit of safety, or we can actually use these guys and bring it just straight across like that, and then bring them on this side too. Perfect. There we go. And let's see how that looks from down below or from over here. That might have a pretty cool look. Yeah, I'm liking that a lot. I'm just trying to think, how can we get it so these kind of fade a little bit better? So we can actually dig this out probably just a little bit, and then it can rise back up after. Or we might have the windmill placed down a little bit. That might look all right. I'll figure it out though. But I think that is looking dandy right there. There we go. And maybe we can put some lanterns on top of those guys. Do I have any lanterns? I don't think I do, but I might have. So if we take those guys and actually go to the stone cutter, let's turn that into just 8, should be fine. And we can kind of carry on this look of having the andesite walls on top of kind of these posts right here. So we can go like that, like that. Perfect. And let's see what that actually looks like from pretty far away. I should be using the stairs we just made, but I'm not. You know what? I really like the look of that. That looks really cool from back here. It just needs some kind of like foliage around it, maybe some trees and some bone meal action to get some grass growing, but it does look pretty cool from straight back right here. Yeah, I really like the look of that. But I think that is going to do it for today's episode. We got some good stuff done today. We got these animal pens done, which I really like. We got that little bridge coming over and the staircase coming up our little hillside right there. And next episode, we're definitely going to be working on that windmill. I really want to get that done, but we did need the sheep breeding so we can actually get some wool from those guys. But thank you guys for watching very much, and I will see you in the next episode.